Hello and welcome PLC family and students to our first parent AVID meeting. I apologize right now for not being able to be there with you guys tonight. I had other obligations and a sick son to attend to, so unfortunately I'm not there with you guys, but I'm glad that you guys all took the time out to make this event, and I just want to kind of take the opportunity to run through a little bit about what AVID is, some of the things that we've been doing in AVID, our goals for the next semester and even next year, what AVID's going to look like, and how you can get involved in AVID as well. So what is AVID? Ask your children. AVID stands for Advanced via Individualized Determination. It's a college readiness elective course, and it's designed to help students that are in the academic middle, students that may fall like B, C, even possibly D students. And the idea is to target those students and to help them move them into a more college readiness program. It's also designed for the students to be able to work hard or willing to work hard. So the idea of AVID is that we target those students specifically to try to give them the skills necessary to help move them on to the next level to prepare them for college. A lot of the things we do in AVID is start to implement practices and skills for students to be successful in school and in the real world. Again, our job, our goal is to get our students into college or enrolled in college. So we really try to practice implementing study skills and organization skills and all those other necessary skills to get us in that direction. For some AVID students, this really is the first time in their families for them to not only graduate from high school but to attend college. So that's what AVID is. So some of our AVID accomplishments this year so far in the short amount of time that we've had AVID, we do a lot of goal setting. Short-term goals and long-term goals, but I like to kind of focus in a lot on the short-term goals as something that is tangible where students can see it and they can reach those goals. And then we ultimately set a lot of long-term goals out, like what is our, what's our next year plan look like? What does 4 years look like? What does the future look like for a lot of our students? So we do a lot of goal setting. We also do a lot of organization skills for some of your lovely children. They have terrible organization skills. So that's one thing that we try to incorporate in this class as well. Things that we do is binders. They're always required to have a binder and have binder checks. They have daily journal writing, where every day when they walk into the class, they have what's called a quick write, where they are journaling constantly their thoughts, and they're required to keep up with those days, and if they're missing days to record those things. I also make them do a monthly calendar where every week on Monday they have to pull out their monthly calendars and they have to kind of go in and record, what does the rest of the week look like. And they also know that those days of those weeks can change, and they may need to be flexible and kind of alter those schedules as well. We've done some resume writing where I've asked students to kind of make an outline of resumes and to not only have a rough draft, but we kind of made editing. We peer edited each other's to kind of see what was good on some resumes and what wasn't necessarily or needed on other resumes. And we made final copies of our resumes for students to have on file. We also spoke about how those are things that we need to always have with us and be able to use if we're applying for a job or applying for college, and how we build on those resumes. We've done things like Socratic circles, where we've had students sit in big circles and they would be prompted on sometimes a very controversial topic where they will have to kind of agree or disagree on the topic. But not only that, but be able to stand up and give their reasoning to why they feel that way, and in a very respectful and polite manner be able to debate back and forth some of the reasons for why they feel the way they do, without it getting out of hand, and without, with students being able to listen to each other and take what other students say and be able to kind of hold back those feelings and then be able to convey why they think maybe a different way to the student body. So Socratic circles, they really do enjoy those, and we've seen a lot of improvements with them, so we will continue doing those. They've done Some research papers on potential careers, things that they may be interested in. I always tell the students, you know, some of their ideas of the careers that they are thinking about or wanting to get into is they need to research it. And they need to look at, you know, salaries and is this job going to be something that's available in the next, you know, 10 years when I get out of school? What's the job availability? How many hours I'm going to be working? So a lot of our students have ideas of what they want to do, but when they really took the time to sit back and research the careers, some students were like, this is not all what I want to do. I didn't think it was like this. So that research paper, they had to research 3 different careers and write a paper on both. I think was an eye-opener for a lot of our students. We incorporate what's called tutorials every Tuesdays and Thursdays, where we actually get in small groups based on subject areas where students will sit down and they will present, you know, either a topic or an essential question or just something that they're missing in that subject area. They're not understanding the material very well. And what ends up happening is we pair them up with other students that may be excelling in that class, and they kind of help each other out and tutor each other here in class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We've done a little bit with scholarships and we'll continue to do more scholarship. I've had counselors in here and even college university representatives coming in here and talking to students about the importance of scholarships. They're very familiar with how to search for scholarships and what is a good scholarship or what's not a good scholarship or a scam. We will be continuing to do that into the second semester, is looking at specific scholarships that apply to them and starting to really get on board and starting to apply for those scholarships. We do a lot of Cornell note-taking. Anything that I'm presenting new to the students, they have to take Cornell notes. It's a systematic way of taking notes that they've done research on that they find is very beneficial and helpful to students. So we're starting to incorporate this throughout the school and try to create a school environment and culture with it. A lot of times they've had a list of guest speakers over the last semester, which has been really wonderful. And I thank Ms. Sain and Ms. Pickard for calling those guest speakers. And we've had radio hosts to ex-PLC students to, you know, the list goes on. College representatives, all types of people that come in and talk to the students about their background, their history, their struggles, and, you know, relaying that message to our students and trying to get them to, you know, see the light at the end of the tunnel, but hear a different perspective other than me harping on them, but hearing somebody real life that's out there and been in their shoes and giving them real life experiences. So we will continue to incorporate guest speakers throughout next semester as well. The other thing that we've been working on currently is what's called a cost of living project, where students had to literally make a budget plan. They had to kind of look up housing market, whether they want to rent or possibly buy in the future. And again, these are, I try to tell them realistic goals. So out of college, where do you really see yourself? Buying a home right away? Do you plan on renting? Do you want to move to New York? Do you want to move to, you know, Florida? Starting to have, you know, these ideas. You know, a lot of our students talk about it, but they're not really seeing the numbers and seeing how this all is going to work out. So they've been working on a cost of living budget where they will kind of break down household income, cost of gas, you know, taking out loans. All these things are kind of incorporated into, you know, a research packet where they kind of go through and look up the job markets in different areas and the housing markets. And they've been really shocked by some of the results. I know I have a student, Mackenzie, who, you know, knows that she wants to be in New York, but when she really dug into the cost of living in New York, she's realizing, wow, how am I going to do this when I'm, you know, going to be a striving artist? So it was an eye-opener for a lot of them as well. Okay. So what are our goals? Our work is not done. We have a lot more to do with AVID. One of the things that we really want to try to create is a school culture. We want everybody, all teachers on board as far as what we're trying to accomplish and, you know, bring to PLC, and that is creating a school, it's creating a school culture based around this idea of AVID and getting our kids on board and seeing something implemented in one class but seeing it across the board. All AVID students are required to take an AP course here at PLC. So your student, or your child, excuse me, will be enrolled in an AP class. And AP really is what stands for advanced placement. These are courses that are weighed more than the average regular class. They are given a state test at the end of the course provided, and if they do well on it, they can receive college credit for it. So our AVID students, because we hand selected them because they are the best of the best, they should be enrolled in an AP class and at least given the opportunity to do well in it, but also possibly, getting college credit for it. So that's the goal, is that every student every AVID student will be enrolled in an AP class. We will be taking a lot more college visits. They've done a few this past semester, but we will be doing a lot more with that second semester. Getting the students out there and seeing universities and talking to college students will probably be happening every other Friday is what our goal is, to every other Friday get our kids out there into a college and let them maybe sit on a class and see what college really looks like. So they can, again, see it instead of just talking about it, but really seeing it. Again, scholarships, I'm big on that. There's a lot of scholarships out there. I want our students to be able to see the array of scholarships available and to start applying for them early. And really, again, our goal is to get our kids ready for college. That's our goal and our plan with them. Just today in class, we have gotten our AVID kids enrolled in CPCC classes. So not only will they be having an AVID class with me, but 2 days out of the week, they will be taking a CPCC class, which is all college readiness, college prep, college study skills, and all those things necessary to get them to that next level. And it'll be done right here in AVID class. So the beauty of it is that they receive AVID credit, but they're also receiving CPCC credit. So I'm so excited about that, and I know that the kids, once we get it rolling for them, because we're just trying to get them all logged in and ready now, I know they're going to see the beauty of it as well. So, AVID parent, what do we need from you? Obviously encourage, and I know you guys all do, but encourage your child every day academically. I know sometimes they struggle in certain areas, or they feel like they're going to give up, but that's why we're all here as a team, as a family, to push our kids, to push our students and our kids to the next level. So always encourage our children academically, participate in any advisory boards or any AVID parent team, site team meetings. I sit down with a team of PLC teachers, Ms. Pickard, Mr. McCormick, and we even have a site college representative that comes in. We meet once a month to sit down and look at AVID and see, what can we do, how can we, bring this in, making everything possible to ensure that our students are on the right track. Maintain regular contact with me, at all times. I left up here my email. Please feel free to email me if you have any questions on AVID, since I'm not there to be able to answer those for you. But hopefully you can see it. It's Nicole, NACOLE, Cabrol, CAB as in boy, ROL, at cms.k12.nc.us. So if you have any questions about AVID, please feel free to email me. Also, as a parent, volunteer. We're going to be taking the students every Thursday to do community service. If that time's available, come in and volunteer. We can always use a second pair of hands to help out with those things. And also, you can be a guest speaker if you have a story, that you want to share with the students, or you can enrich them in some way, or have knowledge on resume writing or scholarships or anything else in those areas. Please feel free to call me or Ms. Pickard or even Ms. Sane, and let us know. We'll definitely make sure that we get you guys in here to share your stories with our students, because they love to hear it. They love hearing it more probably than constantly hearing it from me. So real life stories are always wonderful for them. So that pretty much wraps it up, but I do want to take the time and say thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with with your bright and intelligent children. I always say, you know, I have the best career in the world because I personally get to help shape and mold the minds of youths every single day. So together I know that we can encourage and inspire these kids to do wonderful things and to be ready for college, and you know, they can move mountains. I know they can. They can all move mountains together. But thank you again for coming and giving up your time, and if there's any other questions, I know Ms. Pickard's here, that she'll be more than willing to answer any of those questions that I have not. So have a good break. I love you guys. Be safe. All right, mwah.